Welcome to Just in the Kitchen with me, your host. I got rid of that Winnie Sanderson. She was causing all kinds of trouble around here, trying to get my black cats, calling them binks. I don't know what that is about. Anyway, I'm here to make chocolate chip spider cookies. And I have a Halloween get-together every Halloween Eve. The kids come over, we have pizza, we have junk food, because what is Halloween but junk? And I make cookies and do all kinds of neat things. So I think I want to show you what I'm going to do, how these are done. There are a few secrets to my cookies. Everybody makes chocolate chip cookies. It depends on how you like them. I like mine chewy, crisp on the outside, chewy on the inside, extra, extra chewy. So for that, I'm going to use all brown sugar. It'll give it more of a toffee flavor, and it will have a crispier bottom to it. The other thing I do, I use cake flour. Cake flour makes them very tender. So I don't use regular flour, the all-purpose flour. I use cake flour. The other thing I do when I measure, I don't take my measuring cup and scoop down in it. I pour it into the cup and then level it off, because when you scoop, it packs. And if you put too much flour in it, your cookie can be a little tough. What else? Oh, I chill mine for 24 hours before I cook them. And that makes them hold their flavor, and it gives them, they just don't melt all over the pan, and they're a little crispier and a little bit chewier. So, because they don't just spread. Now, I have butter in here. I'm going to fit it with my paddle adjustment. And ooh, look, my sister bought this for me. And it has the rubber spatula around it so it scrapes the bowl. I put it in here. And as I said, I already have butter in there. And I'm going to add my brown sugar. I will be beating this for about 5 minutes because I want it to get light, right? You don't want your cookies all heavy. Then we pull it up. Plug it in. I don't know if you can see, there you go. It is a lot fluffier than just mixing it for a minute. Now what I'm going to do is put 1 egg in at a time until it's incorporated. There's the eggie. Now it's time for another egg. If you do them all at once, your dough kind of gets curdly and they don't incorporate that well. Last, I'm going to add in my vanilla into my eggs, my butter, and my sugar. I tell you what, I could eat just this. Forget the flour, just give me this goodness. Add some chocolate chips to it. I don't even need the flour. Now, here is my flour, and I'm going to add baking soda to it and salt. I whisk. I do not sift. Sifting, my granny sifted. I can't be bothered. I'm not that patient. I'm not that kind of baker. And I've used cake flour, which will make it even more tender. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my flour into there and just mix it until it's all incorporated. Now this can be a little messy when I turn it on, so turn it on slow. Oh, and by the way, do you notice my spatulas match my apron? They are so cool. I bought them at Sur La Table and I love them. So what I'm gonna do, just gonna put it all in there. And go very slow. have gotten a face full of powder from the flour or the powdered sugar. And you just do it on medium. Scrape down once. Make sure everything's done. Even though I have that scraper, I'm not a trusting baker. I want to make sure that I've got everything off and everything mixed. There we go. I love making chocolate chip cookies. So my sister and I, we get together one day and we will just make all dough for the holidays. We'll make just like 6, 7, 8 different types of cookies. And then we freeze them and we can have them whenever we want. And do you remember when people used to do like cookie exchange parties? Well, do a cookie dough exchange party because then they can have their cookies when they want them, right? So I think that's the new thing, the cookie dough exchange party. Now what I'm going to do, notice all my chocolate chips, I am not going to put them in to the mixer. I'm going to hand mix them because I don't want them all broken up. They're chips already. They don't need to be more chips. And my dough is done. I am just stirring in my chocolate chips. Oh, doesn't that look luscious? Who needs cookies? I've got this. What I'm going to do is put it on some saran wrap, wrap it up, put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours, and then I'll take it out and scoop it. I got tired of fiddling with the saran wrap. I just got this press and seal, and I love this. So much better. Now, I made a double batch because, yeah, that's the way I roll. Who bothers to make cookies and only makes one little itty bitty batch? Not me. But I am going to roll them separately. There we go. Then I just take my dough. I'm going to be sending a lot of cookies to my nephew who's in the Marines and his friends. So this will help. If you have cookie recipes that you'd like to share with me that I can steal and say they're my own, let me know. No, I want to send some to them. So if there are some good cookie recipes, let me know because those Marines I think will just really appreciate it. There you go. That is it for right now. Gonna put them in the refrigerator for 24 hours and we'll come back and make our spider cookies. For me, it's been 24 hours. For you, it's only been a few seconds. My dough is hard. You can see that. Sometimes you have to get it in its little shape. I have scoops. I have a scooper. I think this is a 1 ounce scooper. I'm scooping it out, kind of cleaning it up so it is a ball. All I'm going to do is bake them. I'll bring them out. I'll show you how to make spiders out of chocolate chip cookies. Ooh, spooky, Mom, spooky. That's how my nephew used to say. Ooh, spooky, Mommy, spooky. So, these are not only spooky, but they're delicious. I'll see you when I'm done. So I'm taking chocolate chips, and these are gonna be my spiders. So you want them well placed. So you have enough room to put all 8 spider legs. For the big spiders, I'm going to do like this. These are pretzel covered chocolate. And put one in deeper, one in, and then we'll make little legs. Whoops. And you want to do this while it's hot Try to make the body the bigger. I'm going to let them cool a couple minutes on here. I'm going to put them in a cooling rack, let them cool completely, and I will show you how to make spiders out of cookies. I will be right back. I melted a bunch of chocolate chips in a bag. You want to make sure that you don't melt it too much or your bag will melt. I did it, it probably took me like a minute and 10 seconds. I did it. First one, 30 seconds at a time. 30 minutes I would have had a fire. Then I'm gonna snip, very little snip. So for this, you would take it right here, go out and up. And then on this side, down. It's much easier on the larger cookies. Let me see if I can turn it around for you. It's hard to do it not holding it. And then, you can get whatever kind of round chocolate candy you find. I happen to be at Fresh Time, and they had chocolate covered pretzels with peanut butter. There's my spider. Isn't that cool? So I bought them. You can buy malted milk balls. There you go. There's my spider. What do you think? Pretty cool, huh? Now I'm going to show you how to do this one right here. You gotta go up. That's why it's very important to make sure you don't overcut, because then you're gonna have big old thick legs. There. And I'm gonna do them all, and you'll see what they look like in just a second. The reason I use brown sugar is, look, they're still soft. They're all cooled off, but they're still soft. They're a very tender cookie, and there's crunchy on the bottoms and on the sides. There's a little crunch to them, which is very good, which is what I like. Chewy and crunchy. What a combo! For this ghoulish recipe, go to www.justinthekitchen.com, and remember, keep liking me on Facebook, keep subscribing to YouTube. I really appreciate it. I think this might be my 100th recipe. Wow, who knew? So I am over 230 on Facebook, 230 on YouTube, and 436 on Facebook. Thank you guys for liking me. I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye. Have a happy Halloween.